Disney Princess Stories Volume 3 Beauty Shines from Within is not too bad. This was released in 2005. It's directed by Rob LaDuca, Jamie Mitchell, and Kazuo Terada, and we have a voice cast including Linda Larkin and presumably various others. That's the only name listed on IMDb. And I enjoyed the first two, so I figured I'd watch the third. I think this is the final one, but if I am missing any, please feel free to let me know. And as I did with the previous two, I will talk about the three stories in turn, so there might be some small spoilers, but I'm not going into a tremendous amount of detail. And the princesses in this film include Ariel, Cinderella, and Jasmine. And interestingly, I think the story with Jasmine might be my favourite, and that hasn't been the case with the previous two. I'm not that bothered about Aladdin. I don't really care about Jasmine that much. I don't really care about Ariel that much either. But I thought Jasmine's story here was quite fun. So the first story is Giggles. It's an Ariel or Little Mermaid story, and she's no longer able to laugh. And it's about seriousness versus laughter, the importance of laughter. It was fine. We had some fun character designs. Sebastian sung a good song at one point. It was okay, but it was about 20 something minutes, and I have found that the Ariel stories seem to be some of the longest in this series, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's definitely not a favourite. But the animation was fun, and the music was quite good as well. We then have Cinderella and the story of how she met the prince. It's basically a recap of Cinderella, which honestly feels like a bit of a cop out. It's not a fresh story, it's not utilising beloved characters in a new way. It was just a little bit boring, especially if you've seen Cinderella a lot and you don't need a recap. So it felt a bit pointless. Nothing wrong with it necessarily, but it was a little bit disappointing. The animation is absolutely fine. And then we have Jasmine in Eye of the Beholder. And again, we have some very recognizable Aladdin characters. I always like seeing the genie. And this story focuses on the fact that Aladdin will love her no matter what. And this is because she has a change in appearance. I won't say what she looks like. I won't give it away, but it's quite a fun design. I quite enjoyed that part of it, and I think that that is a really important message. Jasmine obviously is very concerned now about her appearance, but to Aladdin and presumably to other people, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. They still think that she looks wonderful. Aladdin still loves her, and that's obviously a really important message and a strong message with the title of Beauty Shines from Within. So it was okay. It's probably my favourite of the three. To rank them, it would be Eye of the Beholder, and then Giggles, and then the Cinderella recap. I don't know how I'd rank all three of the volumes. I guess all of them had at least one good story, and at least one that I wasn't that bothered about. So it kind of all balances out. They're all good in their own ways. If you've seen the previous two, then certainly I'm happy to recommend Volume 3. You don't need to have watched them in order, so if you want to watch this one first, you absolutely can. But however you choose to watch them, I'd say that Disney Princess Stories Volume 3, Beauty Shines from Within, is not a bad experience, and I'm happy to recommend it.